All right, I think we're just about ready to start this up today. 1 second, and then we will begin. All right, let's get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of my Come Hang Out live streams where we just kind of hang out and just chat about whatever comes to mind. Today is episode number 47, and in terms of the date today, what do we got? December 21st. All right. Inching ever so closer to the Christmas time. A couple more days until that happens. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday, is it? Yes, Tuesday. Thank you all very much for being here. Thanks a lot for checking out today's stream. Before we get any further into the stream, let's go over our streaming schedule really quick, because I do want to talk about that a little bit, because it's a little bit different this week. Usually we would stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I always provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. This week, streaming is going to be a little bit different. We are going to have a stream today. Obviously, we are here streaming today. And tomorrow there will be a stream at normal time. But then that'll be it for this week. On Thursday and Friday, I am not going to be around. I will be traveling because of Christmas and whatnot, and I've already made a community tab post talking about that already. So if you want to check out that, feel free to do so. Otherwise, tomorrow we will be doing the Nia tier list as well as a celebratory let's end off the week strong type of thing. So that'll be tomorrow's plan. In terms of today's stream, I just got a casual stream plan today. Not gonna lie, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm a little groggy, I'm a little tired. I'm trying to recover with some water, and let's just have a casual stream today. If you guys want to ask some questions, feel free to do so. If there's anything going on that you want to talk about, feel free to ask. And of course, if at any point during the stream you would like to see a different background, just let me know and we can totally switch it up every now and then. Hope your nap was good. It was okay. The reason why I napped is because I woke up pretty early today to check out Spider-Man again. Saw it for a third time this morning, and that was fun. I kind of fell asleep in the theater a little bit, but it was only like 10 minutes, so it's fine. I was just really exhausted. Came home, napped for a little bit, and now we are here. I still have a whole lot of videos to do and whatnot, so the rest of my night is pretty much planned, but hopefully you guys are having a pretty good day regardless. Thoughts on Spider-Man? I enjoyed it a lot. Obviously, I've seen it 3 times now. I really like it. And I don't think we should get into spoilers just yet, obviously. I think there's still a fair number of people that have not seen it just yet. So let's refrain from talking about spoilers and all that kind of jazz. I think right now, a lot of people online are saying that when the new year rolls over, maybe we could talk about spoilers then. And I think that would be a good amount of time to let everybody see it. Obviously, that's like a week or so from now, week and a couple of days. So yeah, let's just refrain from spoilers for right now. But yes, I did enjoy it, and I hope you guys did too if you have seen it. Season 3 pictures, sure. Loved your I Hate Dareth video. Thank you. I had a lot of fun putting that one together. It was also fun making the follow-up video, going back through everybody's replies and, seeing some perspectives from different people, seeing some perspectives of Dareth supporters, for example. So yeah, that was a fun video to make, or a fun couple of videos. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that too. The rest of you guys, hopefully that was a fun video. Kai's Venomari hallucinations in Season 1 makes me think he has some bad memories with elves and gingerbread men. Yeah, we can very much infer that. For some reason, Kai is scared of Christmas stuff. Maybe that's why Christmas is not celebrated in Ninjago. It's because of Kai's, totally rational fear of gingerbread men and elves or whatever. Favorite MCU movie? Right now, it's still the first Iron Man. I need to rank all of the MCU movies again since I've seen Spider-Man already. Earlier today on my Instagram, I did rank all of the Spider-Man movies that exist right now from best to worst. So I'd highly recommend checking out my Instagram if you want to hear my thoughts on that. But yeah, I have to rank the MCU movies again. But I'm still going to say the first Iron Man. That was my favorite before No Way Home, and it's probably still going to be my favorite. But No Way Home is pretty good. Thoughts on Willem Dafoe's performance in the movie without spoiling, obviously. Oh, dude, I've been trying. I've seen it 3 times already because I cannot answer this question for myself. Was Willem Dafoe better in that movie, in No Way Home, or the original 2002 Spider-Man? I'm trying to, ponder that question. I have no idea. He's so good in both of them. Yeah, Willem Dafoe is obviously, the best. He's one of my favorite actors working today. He's so cool. If you guys haven't seen The Lighthouse, it's another movie with Willem Dafoe, came out recently. I'd recommend checking it out. It's really good. Best Marvel Disney Plus show. So far, probably Loki, in my opinion. Hawkeye ends tomorrow, though. The finale of Hawkeye comes out soon. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about Hawkeye's finale, but depending on how I feel about that, that may become my favorite. I think they all have major issues, though. You know, all of the Disney Plus shows. There's not one that's come out so far that I thought, oh, wow, it's perfect, you know, perfect series. No, they all have their issues, you know, but I'd say Loki's probably my favorite overall. Kai killed Santa, official canon starting today. Would not be surprised. Let's see. Favorite Ninjago villain? I have a couple of favorite villains. Garmadon's cool. Master Chen is awesome and, you know, crazy as ever. You know, I like the Overlord. The Overlord's kind of cool. Even though the Overlord kind of gets a lot of hate, I don't see why. He's an awesome villain. You know, it is what it is. Have I ever played Pokemon, and if so, have I seen the news about Pokemon Legends Arceus? Yeah, I play a lot of Pokemon. I'm a big Pokemon guy. I play all the games as they come out. Recently, I've been playing a lot of the Diamond and Pearl remakes. I've been loving those games. I'm looking forward to Legends Arceus. I haven't been seeing that many trailers for it, though. I know they've been releasing news. I just kind of don't watch them. I don't know why. I kind of want to be surprised with that game. So I haven't looked into that one as much as I have previous entries in the Pokemon series. But it looks cool from what I've seen. I'm excited to play it. When does that come out? The end of January, I think? So about a month from now? Not too bad. Patton Oswalt is Chen. That would actually work out real nice, actually. If they ever get around to making a live-action Ninjago movie, yeah, why not cast him? He's a cool guy. I like Patton Oswalt. If you haven't seen the MODOK show, what is it on? Is it on Hulu? Or is it on Amazon Prime? I can't remember. But there's a new show with MODOK. He's like a Marvel character. Patton Oswalt voices him, and it's an awesome show. I'd recommend checking it out. Do I like Sideswipe in Transformers? Kind of depends on the incarnation of Sideswipe. I like the movie version. I like his design, at least. His design is pretty cool. Otherwise, you know, G1 Sideswipe is okay. I liked playing as a Sideswipe in, what game was it? It wasn't the Fall of Cybertron game, was it? I don't think you play as Sideswipe in that. Maybe I'm thinking of Rise of Darkspark or whatever. That awful game that came out, I think, 2014. Who would win, All Might or the first Spinjitzu Master? Probably the first Spinjitzu Master. Season 11 pictures? Sure, you got it. Let's see. There we go. There's season 11. I couldn't find it. Won't be able to stay, but glad I joined. Yeah, no problem. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Obviously, you guys, if I said this before, I'll say it again. I think it's worth reminding everybody. If there's ever a day where you can't join in the stream, it's no big deal. Even if you stop by for a little bit, that's more than enough support for me. So thank you all very much for being here, regardless of how long you stay. Obviously, don't prioritize my streams over your lives and whatnot. You guys know that. Who's my favorite Spider-Man villain in the comics? I don't read a lot of the comics, admittedly. I will say, though, my favorite Spider-Man villains are, you know, Green Goblin. I like Dr. Octopus. He's kind of cool. I'm also a really big fan of, you know, I like Venom. He's a cool concept. He's a cool character. I just think Venom gets a lot of negative attention, primarily from the movies. The movies aren't that great for Venom. Let's be real. Can I make a gaming channel? I've thought about it before, but with gaming, I don't game all that much, you know, all things considered. I've been trying to get back into it recently, you know, playing Pokemon. Just got a PS5 as well, so I've been trying to play some games on there. I just don't have all the time in the world to make a gaming channel, as fun as that would be. I think if I tried to do it, we could probably make it work, but as I said, there's not enough hours in the day. If I didn't have to sleep, I could do so much more. I could do so much more things. Oh, as I take a sip of my water, nice and cold. I had that thing in the freezer. That's very cold water. Now started season 13, loving it. Shintaro's awesome, villain is sick. Love Vanya, cool. Glad to hear that you're enjoying season 13. It's a pretty good season. It's actually my third favorite. So yeah, I want to rewatch it at some point. That is my goal at some point during my Christmas break, is to rewatch some Ninjago, specifically season 11 onwards. I need to be more well versed in that saga of Ninjago. I think there's a lot of things that I forget about that entry in Ninjago, I suppose, that era. So, you know, I totally would not mind rewatching it.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. We have a supernova donation, $5. Thank you very much, Supernova1486. What do you got for me? First time donating, I've got a question. Would you want to see a Ninjago holiday special? Not Christmas, but like with the holiday feel. Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for donating. I appreciate that quite a bit. All of your guys' donations go a long way to support the channel. Thank you very much, Supernova, once again. In terms of a Ninjago holiday special, yeah, I feel like that could be a very fun thing for Ninjago to do. Like you said, I don't think they would do like specifically a Christmas special, because Christmas, again, doesn't really exist in the Ninjago world, as we mentioned earlier. But yeah, they could totally do something similar with like a wintertime setting, maybe have some similar looks and, you know, tones of like, you know, December in our world. That could work out. That could work out a lot, actually. I think Ninjago should totally do that at some point. As to you know, if they would do that though, it's hard to say, but I think they totally should. So yeah, I would not mind a holiday special for Ninjago. If they made that, I would not complain. And once again, thank you for the $5 donation. Water and freezer, Wyatt, no freeze. If you keep it in there for maybe about like a half hour, it doesn't freeze all the way. Lately, we've just been putting water out on the porch because it's been so cold here and it freezes. So I got popsicles out there right now freezing on my porch. So just a little tidbit about what I'm doing in my free time. Freezing popsicles using the natural weather. Making a gingerbread house, nice. I have not made a gingerbread house in quite some time. I think the last time I made one was for high school. In fact, pizza time is even funnier because of No Way Home. Oh yeah, I agree. Without getting into major spoilers, yeah. I find it to be rather funny. Season 13 picks? Sure. Since we're talking about Master of the Mountain, there we go. Will I get the Temple of Celebrations? As cool of a set as that is, I don't really have a reason to get it. I mean, it's a pretty cool looking set, not gonna lie, and if I ever do get my hands on it, I would not complain, but I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to try to find it. I'm not part of like the Lego Ambassador network or anything like that, so it's not like Lego sends me free stuff. I'm not that fortunate, so I probably won't end up getting it. I know it's on like the secondhand market right now for ridiculous prices, and I'm not willing to pay that. The minifigures are nothing special. I have all of the figures already, or at least I could make most of them. It comes with all of the golden figures, so you know, I already have all of them. And the temple build, I think there are better Ninjago temples out there. Still a cool looking set though, so if I do, you know, get my hands on it one day, I wouldn't complain. But I'm not gonna, you know, actively seek it out or anything like that. You know how it goes. I think Cole will end up somewhat of a rock to the Ninja team in the next season. But do I think Cole will ever break? That's a good question. I think Cole totally will be the Ninja team's rock next season. The heart or soul, the glue that holds the team together, I think that is very much an accurate prediction to make. I'm not sure what would break Cole, though. That's going to be interesting to see if that eventually does happen, because he's pretty much a happy-go-lucky guy. What happens if you truly get under his skin? We kind of got a glimpse of that during Master of the Mountain when he was battling the Skull Sorcerer for the final time. So, I don't know. Maybe we could see that explored in the future. That could be fun. What's my favorite set that's coming out in 2022? I really enjoy Lloyd's Legendary Dragon. That thing looks awesome. I think it's probably one of the best looking dragons that we've ever seen from Ninjago. It's nice and beefy. It's very much organic looking. I think they did an excellent job designing it. I think that set's going to be awesome. Not out just yet, though. We have to wait a couple more days for those sets to be released, but once they do get released, I'm totally going to grab get my hands on some of them. So, and the Legendary Dragon will be first in line. I also enjoy the Dojo Temple, probably going to grab that one, and maybe some of the smaller ones, maybe Lloyd's Car, maybe Zane's Mech. Haven't decided, you know, entirely what I want to get just yet, but they look pretty good though, not going to lie. If you could slap one villain, who would it be? If I could slap one villain, who would it be? Who would I want to slap? I mean, I think if you slapped Chen across the face, that'd be pretty funny. So maybe Chen. He's also a complete psychopath, so I don't think he'd mind all that much. He'd probably be into it, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'd say probably Master Chen. Master Chen is easily who I would slap. Moro, would your hand just go right through Moro, though, because he's a ghost? I don't know how that would work. Surely not, right? Surely you can physically touch Moro. Not sure about that. Do you do any hot takes in the live streams? Well, if you want to present a Ninjago hot take, feel free to do so and we can talk about it. Obviously, hot takes are fun to talk about. Controversial or unpopular Ninjago opinions are always fun to analyze and discuss. So yeah, throw out some hot takes. We'll totally talk about some of them. Have I watched the A-Team? I have not. I've not seen the new show or whatever. Is there a new show or am I thinking of something else? I have not seen the A-Team. Am I friends with Tom Holland? I wish. I'm friends with Hom Holland. A little bit of a different incarnation, but yeah, Tom Holland. I wish I was friends with him, man. Put me in the new Spider-Man movie. That'd be great. No Way Home exceeded all my expectations, and now it's one of the best MCU movies. Really amazing. I agree. It is a pretty good-looking movie. Good in a lot of different ways. Again, without getting into major spoilers, I really thought it was one of the best Spider-Man movies, if not the best. I kind of struggled, though. I wanted to rank all of the Spider-Man films after seeing No Way Home for a third time, but I didn't know whether to put Spider-Verse, of course the animated, Into the Spider-Verse movie. I didn't know whether or not to put that ahead of or behind No Way Home, because honestly both of those movies could be my number one depending on the day of the week. So I kind of struggled with that, but I think I made the right choice overall. I'm excited to see more Spider-Verse films in the future, the animated ones at least. Let's see. Hot take: Ninjago should have celebrity guest appearances. I mean, I think if they could, they probably would. I don't know if Ninjago's budget is open to that, though. I would love to see celebrity guest appearances on Ninjago. Maybe have different villains be voiced by like major celebrities. That could be cool. But like I said, I don't think Ninjago's budget is available for that. Not gonna lie. Personally think Spider-Verse is better. Yeah, as I said, they could pretty much switch for me depending on the day of the week. I ultimately decided to put No Way Home ahead of Spider-Verse, though, because No Way Home has Willem Dafoe. Spider-Verse does not. And I was like, you know what? That's a solid reason to put No Way Home ahead of Spider-Verse. At least in my opinion, of course. So it is what it is. Have I seen the new Across the Spider-Verse teaser? I have. I'm looking forward to that a lot, actually. As mentioned, Spider-Verse is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. So, more of that world whenever that movie comes out. I think October of 22. That's going to be a lot of fun to see. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun when those movies eventually come out. And it is like a part 1, part 2 scenario as well. So curious to see how that goes. When will I have Ninjago trivia? Since I'm not streaming on Friday, it'll be rolled over to either the following Monday or just the following Friday. On Wednesday, tomorrow of this week, it's going to be the last day of the streams for the week, and I do plan on doing a tier list that day. So we're not going to be doing trivia this week. That'll probably be moved to either, again, next week or the Friday after. Just kind of depends. Either on Monday or on Friday of next week. Haven't decided just yet. All hail Pink Zane. Yes, indeed. Favorite elemental power? Water, ice, lightning, one of those three. I think all of them are exceptional powers. I think it's awesome. Let's see. What else do you guys got for me? If I could choose any Ninjago villain to return, who would you choose? I think there are a lot of Ninjago villains that need some type of comeback. First ones that come to mind are Acronix and Crux, the Time Twins. Bring them back in some capacity. That could be cool. What happened to them? Where'd they go? we got to figure that out. Otherwise, I think, Pythor should probably come back at some point. I would love to see Moro come back, though I don't think the story would ever call for it. But, I'd say probably the Time Twins. Yeah, Klaus is another good one. He could work out too. Bringing Klaus back. A lot of people thought that Klaus was going to be the Skull Sorcerer. I remember dabbling into that theory as well. That ended up not being true. But imagine if that was true for a second. Imagine if Klaus was the Skull Sorcerer. That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Let's see. Would it be cool if there was an Ninjago episode where Lloyd was aged back and voiced by Jillian Michaels? That would actually be super interesting to see if there was an episode where they somehow just reverse time on Lloyd specifically. That could be pretty fun, actually. Thinking about that now, I think Ninjago should totally do something like that. I'm not sure in what context that would make sense. Maybe again, the return of Acronix and Crux. Maybe that could happen. I think they should totally do that at some point, though. It's a good idea. Uh, it's a Mario, a Chris Pratt. Is there a side character that I like better than any ninja or than a ninja? Well, Skylar's pretty cool. I think that she should totally be a member of the ninja team. That was the first character that came to mind. Otherwise, I don't know if you consider Pixel to be a side character, but she's a lot of fun. I'd say Skylar though. I think Skylar is a lot of fun actually. She should totally be a ninja at some point. Hot take, JX Harumi. I don't know about that. I don't think, did they have any like particular moments that you're thinking of during season 8? I can't really decide. I don't think they had any like special moments or anything like that. I think they would look good together, I guess, but I prefer to ship both Jay and Harumi with other characters. Jay with Nia and Harumi with Lloyd, our favorite green boy. Our favorite green ninja. If I had to pick a Ninjago villain to shave their eyebrows, who would it be? Garmadon. Imagine Garmadon with no eyebrows. That'd be terrifying. He'd be like a reverse Palpatine. Or like a reverse... what's the guy's name from Harry Potter? Voldemort? Yeah. The guy with no eyebrows and no nose. She looked at his underwear once and was completely disgusted by it. I mean, that's the first thing that I thought of too. I was like, that doesn't seem like they had any chemistry. It just kind of seems like she wanted Jay to leave her alone. Who knows? Harumi was more focused on trying to, trick our good friend Lloyd into falling for her. Unfortunately, Lloyd will never be the same after that. Rest in spaghetti. Season 6 pictures? Sure. Skybound. Where are you, Skybound? There you are. Cole with no eyebrows, anyone? I think Cole's eyebrows are like iconic. You can't shave off Cole's eyebrows. Speaking of eyebrows and the ninja, one thing I do miss is Jay's old eyebrows. I liked the little notch in one of Jay's eyebrows. They should bring that back. They should have like fused the older design with the movie design when they redesigned the ninja for Sons of Garmadon. That could be cool. Let's see. Who's my favorite Pokemon team for Ash? Let's see. What kind of teams did he have? I really liked his Kalos team from the X and Y series. That's probably my favorite. Otherwise, the Diamond and Pearl team was pretty cool too. One of those two. But probably more so the X and Y team. Not gonna lie. So... question, whatever happened to Lloyd being able to control fire, lightning, and all the other powers? Why did it just become green? I think the TV show explained it in such a way where after Lloyd retained his golden power, or after he obtained it rather, he still had all of the elements, he still had all of those powers, but ultimately when the Overlord took the golden power, most of Lloyd's power obviously was stolen from his body. He still had a very small amount left. He gave the elemental portions of his power to the ninja during Rebooted to restore their powers, leaving him with green. So, long story short, he gave up his power to restore the powers of the ninja. Because tournament was coming up, and you can't have the ninja be in the tournament without giving them powers, or something like that. Or at least that's how I interpreted that entire sequence. But yeah, I do kind of miss when Lloyd was able to control all of the elements. That was really cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it went down, to answer your question. Why does Master Wu have a black hat under his straw hat? Couldn't tell you. I'm not sure if they ever explained that in the series. I think in later seasons, he doesn't have it anymore, right? I think in season 11, for example, he doesn't have it. Kind of strange. Don't know why he got rid of it. I know he kept the picture of him, Masako, and Garmadon under that black hat. I'm not sure if that's the only reason why he had it, or why he was wearing it, but, can't say too much about that, because I don't know. He's bald? Oh yeah, big time. Master Wu is very bald on the top of his head. Not so much on the front of his head, though. Still has it? I could have sworn he didn't have it. Maybe I'm misremembering something. It is what it is. Have my opinions on Skybound changed over time like it has for the fan base? Yeah, don't a lot of people hate Skybound now or something? Or people hated Skybound when it came out. I have no idea what the fan base is thinking. Me personally, I liked Skybound when it came out. It was never really a disappointing season for me. I thought the ending was a little too, maybe convenient is the right word to use there. But ultimately, after sitting on it for years now, what else were they going to do for Skybound's ending? What other way would they have resolved that conflict other than reversing time? It doesn't really seem like there would be any other way out of that conflict. If Skybound would have stuck around, Nia would be dead, Ninjago would be destroyed pretty much. Can't really go on with the Ninjago series, in those circumstances. So, what else were they gonna do? I know it's kind of a controversial ending, but I don't know. I think it's acceptable. Fan base is unpredictable. I agree. I'm never really sure what the Ninjago fan base is thinking. I know right now there's a lot of hate against like seasons like Rebooted, which I honestly don't see why. Rebooted is pretty cool. Do I think Garmadon will be the Vengestone buyer? Probably not. I think out of all of the likely candidates, I think Garmadon might be the least likely. Just my opinion. I think Garmadon has some other stuff going on. I don't think he has time for Vengestone or whatever. We'll find out once Garmadon's comic series comes out early next year for 2022. I'm very much looking forward to that as well. Yeah, the Jay and Nia moments in Skybound were very sweet. I liked that a lot. You know, as a Jay and Nia fanboy, as a shipper of Jay and Nia, I really like Skybound. They have some fantastic moments in there. One of my favorite episodes is the eighth one. The 8th episode. Whatever that may be called. I cannot recall right now. Yeah, that episode's really cool. I like it a lot. Where they're at the lighthouse and they are, battling the Sky Pirates, and there's that final showdown between, the Sky Pirates and Jay and Nia. It's super fun, very cute for those two. I like that episode a lot. Why can't I remember what it's called? I mean, to be fair, I did just wake up from a nap, so my brain's probably not operating at full capacity. The Last Resort, that's what it is. Yes, thank you. The Last Resort. I could not remember for whatever reason. Forgive me. Was the end of season 15 predictable? I don't think predictable is the right word to use. I mean, I liked Nia going like Super Saiyan, I suppose, charging her entire body with water. That was pretty cool. Converting to whatever her Niad form is. I thought that was kind of cool. In terms of like predictability, though, I did kind of expect Kalmar to bite the dust. I guess that's the only predictable thing about Seabound that I can think of. Otherwise, Nia leaving, I don't think a lot of people expected that. I remember people were kind of making fun of my theories, talking about how Nia might leave, and then it eventually happened, so I don't think a lot of people were expecting that. Just my thoughts on Seabound. Saw it coming as it was happening, don't know if that was predictable. I don't know if predictability is the right word to use there in that scenario. I get what you're talking about, though. I have that happen all the time. Pilot episodes, sure. This is a pilot's back where it all began. Ninjago. Do I love Rocky Dangerbuff's return in Hunted? Oh yeah, anytime Rocky Dangerbuff is on screen, it's a good time. It's kind of like Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. Cole has like 2 personalities that he switches back and forth to every now and then. It's pretty fun, all things considered, in all seriousness. It's a good disguise, not gonna lie. How was Niad the first master of water when the element originally belonged to Wajira? That is a good question. And it's a question that I don't know the answer to because Ninjago's lore sometimes doesn't make sense. And I think in that scenario, that is one of those moments where it doesn't really make sense. If someone could come up with a reasonable answer, feel free to let me know. Did they steal Wajira's powers at some point? Give it to Niad? Who knows? I have no idea. I thought they were stolen by or from Wajira, right? To some capacity, who knows? Favorite wave of Ninjago sets? Definitely the Ninjago movie. That wave is excellent, especially the first wave. The other waves are okay. They kind of released a couple different waves for the movie, but the first Ninjago movie wave is so good in terms of those sets. A lot of them still hold up to this day, and it's amazing. So, a lot of those sets, obviously, I think back to with great fondness. I think they are awesome. Which suit would I like to see a legacy version of? I would totally like to see them redo the Hands of Time fusion suits. Maybe clean them up a little bit and make them a little bit more coherent. I think that could be a good idea for Legacy to eventually do that. Not sure if Legacy is going to be continuing on, though. There are some rumors that Legacy is done. I hope those rumors aren't true, because Legacy could do a whole lot more, and I hope they, continue to make Ninjago sets. I would love to see remakes of the fusion suits that are a little bit more coherent and graceful in nature, I suppose, rather than being chaotic and messy. I'm not a big fan of the fusion suits, if you haven't picked up on that already. Why didn't Chen need the power of time? Another good question that I don't think I can answer. He also didn't need water or wind for his spell. I know there's like some rumors that maybe it's because those specific elements weren't in Ninjago currently, as of the making of Chen's spell. And I suppose I can, understand that. I mean, Nia had not unlocked water yet. Moro was still in the departed, or no, the cursed realm. And in regard to time, I think the time blades were elsewhere, right? They were trapped in time somewhere. Who knows? Listening to this while doing dishes, nice. I do that all the time too, with like podcasts and stuff. So, yeah, I relate. Do I like Bully Maguire? Of course. Who doesn't? Reimagined if Ninjago came out in the 80s. That would make for a very different Ninjago series if it came out in the 80s. A legacy set that I want to see. I would love to see the other 3 original dragons be remade into legacy sets. We already got Flame with the newest legacy wave, came out in the summertime of this year. We need to see the other 3. Where are the other 3 dragons, especially Rocky? Can you imagine a Ninjago legacy version of Rocky? That'd be awesome. I think out of all of the Ninjago sets that exist, I want to see those original dragons the most. I know it's kind of like 3 sets as opposed to 1, but come on, I want to see the dragons. I think the dragons being remade would be awesome. Imagine if you had all 4 of them together again in like an updated style. That'd be so cool. Please, Lego, please do that. I will give you money. Please do it. I will buy those. I'd buy them day 1. I'd be there. Let's see. Do I think Spider-Man No Way Home took inspiration from Day of the Departed? Otherwise, do you think they're both the same? I get what you're saying with, villains coming back and whatnot. I don't think they took direct inspiration from Day of the Departed, though. I don't think a lot of the people that work on the Marvel movies know what Ninjago is, so I doubt that. It is a similar concept, though. Older villains returning in a new sort of timeline, a new style. Yeah, I think it's kind of similar, but I don't think they took inspiration from it or anything like that. Hopefully that answered your question. Season 5 background? Sure. Possession. Possession has excellent visuals. I love Possession. I imagine Chen didn't need any elements that were active or dead at the moment. Yeah, I think he only required like active elements for his spell. So, or like elements that exist. Hot take, Lego needs to fix their legacy Electro mech. I don't consider that to be a hot take. I think a lot of people agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah, the Electro mech set is not great. If Lego could remake that set and give us like a full-scale version of the Electro mech, that'd be awesome. Imagine an Electro mech set in the same style as like Zane's Titan mech from earlier this year for Legacy. That'd be so cool. Instead, we got the Juniors one though, which is kind of heartbreaking. But that Juniors mech is hilarious in its own way. But for all the wrong reasons, obviously. But yeah, I totally think Lego should do that. Remake it, please. For the love of heck. Did I like the ending of season 15? Yeah, I liked it. I liked where they brought Nia. I thought it was a very risky ending as well. Ending the season with a ninja leaving. It's pretty risky, not gonna lie. Your brother, who's 6, asked why anyone would ever want the Electromech. That's what I was saying. In my review, I was like, I don't even think kids in this age range would even like it. It's a pretty dumb-looking mech, all things considered, man. I know when I was a little kid, I would have liked something a lot cooler looking than that thing. Blocky-looking thing. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't even know where I have my copy. It's here somewhere. I don't know where it is, though. If I had to switch each of the ninjas' girlfriends, Lloyd's forever single and Cole's with Vanya, who would I give to each of the ninja? I'm not sure about that. I mean, realistically, could Pixel be with anyone else? Aside from Zane? I mean, surely if they wanted to make it work, they could, but I don't know. Thinking about that is just kind of strange, I guess. I think Pixel and Zane belong together. Otherwise, you can't really pair up Nia with anyone aside from Jay. Except maybe Cole. But I don't think they have as much chemistry as Jay and Nia do. That's an interesting question. Skylar, I can't imagine her with anyone but Kai. Not gonna lie. JX Skylar, I don't know about that. I'm trying to think of how that would work. I don't know. Maybe if we saw more of them interacting together in the series, that could be kind of cool. But I don't know about that. Lloyd x Nia. I know the Lloyd and Nia ship is very popular, very common, very much discussed throughout the community. I don't dislike that ship. I also don't ship it, you know? It's not my favorite thing ever. I kind of ship them with other people, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. They're friends, and I think that's good enough for them. The Ninjago movie was kind of weird in suggesting that maybe they had a thing going on, but I don't know about that. They never really elaborated on that. We need Nia's Elemental Dragon as a legacy set. Yeah, they should totally do something like that. They might need to wait for a little bit because they just released the Water Dragon for Seabound, so I imagine they would wait a couple more waves until they did another Nia Dragon. But yeah, I would like to see that eventually too, because Legacy has shown that they're willing to do sets that did not have original designs, as the case with the Overlord Dragon. So yeah, you could totally keep doing that. Why does Ash keep losing Pokemon leagues? Because the Pokemon writers need him to be around forever, because he needs to relate to every new generation of kids watching the show, and they can never switch up protagonists for some reason, even though they probably should at this point. I have a theory, for those of you guys that watch the Pokemon anime, I have a theory that Ash is going to be done after this current series. I think they're kind of setting him up to be done afterwards, so who knows? That's just my prediction. They're probably going to make Go be the new protagonist. Would not be surprised. Ash is a clone. Yeah, every single time they just pump out a new Ash, they're like, all right, here you go. Explore this region. Explore that region. I need to change the batteries? No problem. Ash should have won the Kalos League. Oh, dude, you have no idea how mad I was when that went down. I remember very vividly where I was. I used to watch Pokemon a lot when I was around maybe 15 or 16, especially during the X and Y saga. I was obsessed. That was like my favorite anime series of all time. And then the Kalos League happened and Ash lost, even though he should have won, and I was so upset. I went to work very upset that day. And people were like, hey, what's wrong, man? Why are you so down in the dumps? I'm like, oh, you know, Ash lost the league again. Shocker, I know, but come on. He had a stacked team. He was the best he'd ever been. It's like, come on, just let him win. And he was up against a guy that he had never won a battle with before ever. He had never beaten Alon or whatever his name is. He totally should have won. He totally should have won. I hate that. A little bit of a rant about the X and Y series. At least they gave us like an Ash and Serena kiss, so that's good, right? That was good. I liked that a lot. I shipped them a lot back in the day too. So it is what it is. Ash should have won the Sinnoh League. Yeah, if what's his face with the Darkrai didn't exist, he probably would have won. He had a pretty stacked team back then too, and he was also pulling Pokemon from other regions and whatnot. So yeah, why not? Just let the guy win. And then he won Alola, which is stupid. It's just dumb. Let's see. Do I watch Film Theory? I do not. I do not watch Film Theory. Do I like Sonic the Hedgehog? He's okay. I like the movies. I've never really played any of the games, though. Unless you count, like, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. I remember playing that for the Wii back in the day when that came out. I'm not really a Sonic guy. Did I notice that in Green Destiny, Wu somehow changes immediately off screen from a young adult to his usual older self? Yeah, there's not really an in-between for those forms, is there? It's more like, hey, he's a teenager, and now he's an old man. There's no in-between. I wonder how that works in the show. I wonder what logic they used for that. We have a $4.99 donation from Jose.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Thank you very much, Jose, for the $4.99. They better bring Spoderman into the movie Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Oh, I would die if they brought in Spoderman. That'd be awesome. Make it happen, people that are writing that movie. That's easily the best Spider-Man variant of all time. But thank you very much, Jose, for the $4.99 donation. Do I like Marvel? Yeah, Marvel's cool. I like Marvel. I also like DC, just not as much as Marvel. Nothing against DC. I think a lot of the DC characters are super cool. A lot of their movies, though, are kind of questionable. I think the Marvel movies are more solid, but Marvel has some stinkers too, so it's not entirely, you know, hey, let's all rip on DC movies. No, Marvel's got some bad movies too. Let's stop pretending that Marvel doesn't have bad movies. I could easily point out a couple of MCU movies that are less than stellar, so... Season 10 pictures? Sure. What if Pokemon and Ninjago crossed over? That'd be cool. What type of Pokemon would the Ninja have? Obviously, you could line it up for types. I mean, You know, Kai would have fire type, Cole would have ground type, etc., etc. Lloyd would have dragon types. Imagine Lloyd with a Garchomp. That'd be crazy. Or like a Rayquaza or something. Maybe a Zygarde. Why do Pokemon trainers leave at the age of 10? That's a good question. I certainly would not send my 10-year-old child out into the dangerous world with a magical animal in their pocket that could kill them at any moment. No, I'm not doing that. I'd be a good parent in the Pokemon universe because no child of mine would be leaving the house at 10 years old. Hey, here's a Pokemon. Scour the region. You're 10 now. You can handle it. No. Have you ever met a 10-year-old? Can't really do too much. I would not trust a 10-year-old out in the open world alone. Garmachomp. Oh my goodness, that's excellent. Give Garmadon a Garchomp and call it Garmachomp. That's awesome. Pokemon characters never age and it's confusing. Oh yeah, big time. Jay with Pikachu. Yeah, imagine Jay with like a Luxray as well. That'd be pretty cool. If Jay had a Luxray. Some DC movies are good, like Shazam. Yeah, I liked Shazam. I thought that was a pretty good DC movie. The Suicide Squad also came out earlier this year. Loved it. That's probably my favorite DC movie right now. I don't like the original Suicide Squad from 2016, and I also don't like Birds of Prey. I think Birds of Prey was absolute trash. Not gonna lie. I hated that movie seeing it. Bad movie, in my opinion. I know it has some supporters out there, but I personally don't like Birds of Prey. The Suicide Squad, million times better. What if the ninja had guns? I don't think they would be ninja anymore then, right? Have ninja throughout history ever used guns? That's a good question. I have no idea. I think a lot of their problems would be solved if they used guns. You know, just saying. Nia with Gyarados. Yeah, I could totally see Nia having a lot of like Misty's Pokemon, you know? Gyarados, maybe even a Psyduck, you know, for that comedic relief. That could be fun. Suicide Squad was amazing. I agree. The Suicide Squad, yes, that's easily one of my favorite movies that came out this year. Loved it. James Gunn is a genius. Not gonna lie. Loki has ruined the word variant for me. Yeah, whenever I think of the word variant, I think of Loki as well. I think they kind of overused that concept in the Loki show, but hey, whatever works. Get Sebastian the Rat from Suicide Squad his own movie. I would watch that in a heartbeat. Have him team up with the rat from Endgame that saved Paul Rudd from the van. That would be a movie. That would be a movie that I would watch in the theater multiple times. Crossing universes. The two rats on an epic adventure. Make it happen. Nia's basically Misty. Yeah, they have similar personalities sometimes. Can't believe I've actually never really thought of that before. Yeah, they are pretty similar. Different hair colors, but, you know, whatever. Hey, yo, what is Christmas about? Christmas is about whatever you want it to be about. If you want to spend time with family, do that. If you want to, you know, watch some Ninjago for Christmas, do that too. That's what I'm probably going to be doing. What'd you do for Christmas? Oh, just watched Ninjago. Am I excited for the Batman? Yeah, that looks awesome. I can't wait. I think Robert Pattinson is going to be a pretty good-looking Batman. Not gonna lie, I think he's gonna be awesome in the role. I think I'd like him a little more than Ben Affleck, but I haven't seen the movie just yet, so I don't know. I think he has a lot of potential though. So, yeah, I'm excited for that movie. How many seasons of Ninjago do I think there will be? Hopefully a lot more. I can't really give you a direct number because I don't know. Ninjago could be going on for 10 more years at this point. Who's to say? I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Ninjago though before it eventually does conclude. So. You know, keep your chin up. Ninjago won't be ending anytime soon. Both of them with Rodrigo. Dude, you could just make like a movie with like all of the major rats from every movie or TV show ever. Team them up with the rats from Ratatouille. Why not? Season 12 pictures? Sure. Prime Empire. What Pokemon would Dareth have? Why is the first one that came to mind Stunfisk? I don't know why that was the first one that I thought of. He'd probably have a Stunfisk or whatever its name is. Not the Galarian form, but the original, the brown, the stupid looking Stunfisk. That's what Dareth would have. Honestly though, Stunfisk is a pretty good looking Pokemon. Like I used one when I played through Black and White. Bidoof, oh my god, imagine Dareth with Bidoof. Or Bibarel, even worse. Whereas that Nia tier list, we're doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the Nia tier list. So yeah, we'll do that live and I'll put that together as a video and I will upload that probably sometime next week. I imagine that's when it will come out. Do I think Nia and Maya are related to Niad? I mean, it does make sense. I mean, if Niad was the original Water Master and she passed it down through the bloodlines, yeah, eventually it would reach Maya and Nia. I'm not sure if they explicitly said that, though, because I know Nia is, explicitly named after Niad. Maya mentioned that, so it's a good question. Watched Ratatouille today. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Have not seen it in a very long time, though, but I remember it being one of the better Pixar films. Kai with a Charizard. Oh, he would definitely have a Charizard. Yeah, Kai would be that type of person that would have a Charizard. I'm not big on Charizard. I think he's cool, but I also think he's like super overrated. I mean, you hit that thing with a rock move and it's dead. So, 4 times weak to rock. It's not fun coming in and, tanking half health to stealth rock. Wasn't Niad a different race or species? Yeah, that's what I thought too. I don't know how that would explicitly work. Maybe that species naturally evolved into Ninjago's humans or something. I don't know. Again, there are some things in Ninjago's lore that, kind of make you scratch your head. You're like, wait, how does that make sense? That's one of those things. Kai with Incineroar. Yeah, I can see that. Honestly, yeah, I can see that. Maybe even a Blaziken as well. Let's see. Do I have any annoying relatives, or can you not say because they may be watching? In terms of like relatives that watch my streams, I mean, I know my dad pops in here every now and then and says hi in the chat. I just don't really say hi back sometimes. Most of the time I don't notice, but when I do notice, I don't want to say hi because I don't want to dox my dad or anything like that. I don't want people talking to my dad or like messaging him or whatever. But yeah, my dad watches these sometimes. If you're watching, hello, father. How you doing? How are you? But yeah, otherwise, my relatives, I don't talk to all that much from like other sides of my family, aside from like my direct family. So, it is what it is. Otherwise, I think my sister watches these too sometimes. I have no idea. But no, I don't find them anything. I don't find them to be like annoying or anything like that. They're all pretty cool. Is my dad nice? Yeah, he's got 4 arms and he crawled out of the underworld, hungry for the 4 golden weapons. Or something similar to that. Yeah, my dad used to watch Ninjago with me a lot back in the day, and he loved Dareth, which was shocking to me because I hated Dareth. I was like, why Dareth? What's so cool about this guy, this brown ninja? I don't understand why my dad found Dareth amusing. I never did, gotta be honest. Every now and then when I visit home, he'll talk to me. He's like, hey, you still doing Ninjago videos? How about that brown ninja? Like, yes, father, the brown ninja. He exists. That's all I'll say about the guy. Yeah, a little bit of behind the scenes about my father. Where did I get the images from the different seasons? I go through the trailers, some official clips that LEGO uploads online. Trailers are a very good way to find screenshots that basically summarize the entire season, because trailers will go into pretty much every corner of the season itself. So yeah, I just go through the trailers, screenshot them, upload them to my computer, and put them into this streaming software. And I'm able to, record and stream. I use this for both. Tell him to watch season 9. Dareth is in it a lot. I don't think he's seen anywhere past season 2. I think that was the last season that he watched. Back when Ninjago was a Saturday, or not a Saturday morning cartoon, but like a Wednesday, or it was like a weekly cartoon. I think it came out on Wednesdays. Yeah, it came out on Wednesdays, I think. Yeah, he would watch every new episode with me when it came out that week. It was cool. And then after season 2, I don't think he's seen anything afterwards, aside from maybe the movie. Pretty sure I showed him the movie at some point. Why do I hate season 7? I don't hate season 7. It's just kind of an average season to me. Nothing too crazy. It has its moments, but it's also not the best season ever. So, it's kind of average to me. So, there should be a show-accurate Ninjago movie. Yeah, I agree. They should probably do like an official movie at some point for the show. Thankfully, we have March of the Oni, which is basically Ninjago's TV movie, depending on how you view that season. Either season 10 or movie or both or whatever. I think that's the closest that we are ever going to get for a TV show incarnation of a Ninjago movie. A movie that's canon to the show. I think that is I think that's the closest we're going to get. It is what it is. Just watched No Way Home. It was awesome. Nice. Yeah, I saw it for the 3rd time today. seeing it for a fourth time later this week, and then honestly probably seeing it again next week. I don't know. I want to try to beat my Endgame record. I saw Endgame 5 times in the theater. I want to see Spider-Man more times than Endgame, so I'll need to see it at least 6 times. So 3 more times. I feel like you should add a lot more images for the galleries. Yeah, I'd say so too. I do have a fair amount in here already. They're just kind of on a random, what do you call it? A randomizer, I guess you could say. And a lot of the times they'll show like the same image like 3 times in a row, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I should totally add more pictures though. I can agree with that. Maybe one day I will. Just gotta get through some other stuff first, and then I'll have more time. Who's the best Pokemon girl? I want to say Cynthia. Cynthia was the first one that came to mind. Cynthia is amazing. If you haven't played Diamond and Pearl, Cynthia is very strong, and I find that to be awesome. You know, Cynthia's cool. Cynthia's queen, not gonna lie. I like Cynthia a lot. How do I feel about the new Ninjago designs from Season 8 onwards? I think they're pretty good, pretty okay. I love how we all still collectively refer to them as the new designs, even though they're almost 4 years old at this point. But yes, I have seen, I do like the new designs. I think the new designs are awesome for the most part. Jay's design isn't as great as I would like it to be, but I think that's the only one that I really have issues with personally. I just don't like the face. It makes Jay look a little too young, in my opinion. Do I think Pixel would have Steel-type Pokemon? Yeah, probably. Zane would probably have a mix between Ice and Steel types as well. Pixel would probably just have Steel types, maybe Fighting types, because, you know, Samurai X. Maybe she could have a Lucario. That's a Fighting and Steel type, right? Favorite genre of movies? I like all kinds of movies. Romances, I watch those a lot. Action movies, obviously. Comedies, I can name a couple comedies that I find to be amazing. You know, I like all genres. I don't think there's a specific genre of movie that I prefer. I think they're all awesome. Let's see. What would Skylar have? Maybe Skylar, since her power is Amber, maybe she could have like a mix of different types on her Pokemon team, theoretically. Maybe she could have, you know, one fire type, one electric type. Give her like a variety pack, because of course Amber is kind of like a wild card element, can control anything. Should Nia have a fighting type? Yeah, there are several water fighting types, like, you know, Poliwrath. Give Nia a Poliwrath. Makes sense to me, right? A Ditto maybe? Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe she could have a team of just Dittos. That's another good idea. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, good idea, guys. A lot of you guys are saying Ditto. I agree. Let's see. Moro Pokemon. Probably Ghost types. Obviously, Ghost types, maybe a couple Dragon types in there. Is there a Ghost Dragon? Can't remember. I don't think so, right? Unless I'm missing something. First Spinjitzu Master would have an Arceus. Oh yeah, big time. I agree with that. The new design only made sense for Lloyd because since the other voice actors didn't change, aging wasn't really implied. Yeah, I can get behind that. I do understand why they decided to change all of the designs, though. I think for Lloyd, it's the most effective. I agree. I think Lloyd's design change is excellent. I think that design is perfect, makes sense. I like the movie design overall. I think it fits the TV show Lloyd, especially after seeing it for so many seasons. Yeah, I think Lloyd had one of the best transitions. Cole had a pretty good transition too, I think. He almost looks like a direct, you know, aged up version of his older self. Even Kai to an extent. Even Nia. I'd say Nia as well. Again, Jay is the only one where I don't think it's a seamless transition, you know? The other ninja, I can get behind. Dragapult, that's right. I used one on my Sword and Shield team. What the heck? How come I didn't remember him? But thank you very much. Yes, that is true. Let's see. I think they made Jay look younger because when I showed my mom a Jay minifigure from Rebooted, asked her how old she was, she said 30. Yeah, I think Jay looked a little old in his original design, but I think that's the issue with making him look younger, because it seems like he was just aged down as opposed to aged up, like it was implied in the show. But, you know, whatever. I've gotten used to that design over the years anyway, so I think that's just my least favorite design in terms of like a transition. Just my opinion. I do like the hair, though. Put the original Jay face and the new Jay hair together, and you have yourself a pretty solid Jay design. With a couple of minutes left in the stream, though, you guys, let's go ahead and switch things over to rapid fire questions. We are almost done with today's stream. Went by pretty quick. Let's get some rapid fire questions in here. Anything that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two, and that'll be a pretty good way to round out the stream. As I stretch and take a sip of my water. There we go. Pokemon Sword or Shield? I played Sword version, though I kind of wish I played Shield because I really like Melanie, the gym leader for Shield, or one of them. Don't have that in Sword. Kind of a disappointment. I should have got Shield. I didn't think I had. Do I think Moro would be a good friend to Skylar? Actually, I think they would get along to some capacity. I think they would work it out. They'd be really good friends, I think. They kind of have a similar sense of existence, similar sense of humor, similar personalities to an extent. I could see them being good friends. Favorite meme? I don't know if I have a favorite meme. I do like the Willem Dafoe one where he's like, you know, I'm something of a scientist myself. Maybe that one if I had to pick a favorite meme. Would Pink Zane have Jigglypuff? Yes, most definitely. Favorite J line? One of his several freakouts. I really enjoy the moment in season 2 where he's just, or season 1 rather, the last couple of episodes of season 1 where he's like freaking out about the Great Devourer. He's talking about there's a giant snake, there's an itty bitty weak spot on the top of his forehead. That one's really fun. I like Jay's freak out moments a lot. I also like when he goes, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Helpful." Favorite meme is Stonks. That's a good one. Has anyone ever spelt my name wrong? Yeah, actually, funny story. When I was in college, my first semester there, we had a teacher that thought that I was a girl because she saw my name on the attendance sheet and just assumed that I was a girl for some reason. I'm like, okay, I've never heard of a girl named Tanner, but all right, you know, fair is fair, I suppose. And she spelt it Tannar as opposed to an ER. It was just kind of a weird experience because I didn't think my name could also be a girl's name. You know, I don't consider my name to be, you know. What's the term? I don't want to say gender fluid. I don't think that's the right word to use, but you know what I mean. I didn't think my name could apply to something like that. Favorite Marvel villain? Thanos or Green Goblin, you know? Green Goblin's pretty cool. I also like Ultron. I think Ultron gets a lot of hate. It's not his fault that the movie was kind of mediocre. Should some of the Prime Empire Ninja allies come back? Totally. I would love to see Okino, especially Scott. Maybe Scott should come back too. That'd be fun, right? Scott is so adorable. So sweet to Jay. I agree. Yeah, Loki's a pretty good villain as well. Favorite DC villain? Who's a good DC villain? I really like the Joker from the Dark Knight trilogy. He's awesome. Even Bane from the Dark Knight Rises. He's funny in all the wrong ways, but he's still a pretty good villain. I remember when Jay's voice changed in Hunted. It kind of had a deeper tone to it for the first couple of episodes of Hunted because Jay was kind of freaking out a little bit. That's another one of my favorite Jay lines from Hunted where he's like messing around with the plank of wood and he's like, "Oh, it's my new video game console. I just made it myself." That is a true Nintendo Switch right there. The plank of wood. It's perfect. Can the ninja please stop having default suits? Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing the season 11 suits, but I like their designs. It's just like, come on, guys. Come up with something different. I have a feeling that the new, the new Evo suits for the Ninjago core sets, I think those have a lot of potential to be the new default suits. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Favorite MCU movie? The first Iron Man is my favorite MCU movie right now. Do I think they will add someone new to the team? I think if they add anybody new, they should add Skylar. I think she's, next in line to join the team, and maybe we can see that eventually. Who's to say? Let's answer one more question before we wrap things up today. We need one more big question, and then we will conclude today's live stream. But what do you guys got for one last question? One final question? One big question? My name Jeff. Excellent. That's a spectacular meme as well. Have you guys seen that new movie with Channing Tatum? They played a trailer for it before Spider-Man, or at least my screening. It's like him and like a dog. It's kind of a strange looking movie. I don't know what that's about. I'm just sick of seeing that trailer. Let's see. We can answer that. Do I find Nia to be overrated? All right, let's talk about Nia really quick before we wrap things up today. In terms of Nia being overrated, I don't think she's overrated. I think if anything, she was underrated before Seabound came out and kind of gave her some new development, gave her something to do. I think after Seabound, I think Nia has her fans. I'm sure LEGO knows that. I'm sure the Ninjago community recognizes that. There are a lot of Nia stands out there. So I think she gets the love that she deserves. I don't think she's overrated or anything like that. I would like to see her come back eventually in the show. That'd be cool. Maybe towards the end of the next season. Not at the beginning. We don't want to diminish her sacrifice or whatever. But yeah, I like Nia. She's fine. She's no longer my least favorite, so that's good, right? Instead, it's her brother. Nothing against Kai. Someone just has to be my least favorite, right? All right, people, let's go ahead and wrap it up today. Thank you very much for watching today's live stream. Really quick, this is our streaming schedule. We stream Monday through Friday, except for this week because we don't have streams Thursday or Friday. So tomorrow will be the last stream of the week. We will be doing the Nia tier list tomorrow, and we stream 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. And with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the stream here today. Thank you so much for watching. All right, hug time. It's hug and kiss time. I don't think anyone's been putting kisses in the chat, but if you want to, feel free to do so. Let's go ahead and drop some hugs really quick. I will give you guys 5. How about that? I get 5 hugs, or I give you 5 hugs. I get a whole bunch of other hugs in the chat too. Thank you very much for tuning in today to today's stream, you guys. Today's stream was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for tuning in, asking questions, hanging out. Again, tomorrow we have the Nia tier list, so feel free to tune in tomorrow to see that go down live. And that'll be the last stream of the week. I'm gonna miss you guys after tomorrow's stream, but we will be back soon enough. Don't you worry. All right, guys, I'm gonna pretty much call it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being a fantastic audience, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.